I'm sure all of you know about what happened to Amy Winehouse by now. It's really, really upsetting. I'm very heartbroken by the news. She was one of my favorite singers. She was great. Her music, her way of singing, she had the best. She had a really good ability in lyrics. Her songwriting and stuff. It was just all great. She had her own fashion sense. She was basically great in every way. And for those who have actually met her in real and who knew her, in real as a person would know that, she was really gentle and she was really sweet and very, very, very talkative. Like if you'd see her out and you'd want her autograph, she would actually start a conversation with you. She was really open-minded. She didn't have that whole, oh no, I'm a celebrity, no paparazzi, no photos, please, no. She didn't have any of that shit. She was really just really, really down to earth. I loved her. She was beautiful. She was amazing. Once again, I'm really, really heartbroken by the news. What really gets to me the most is, you know, when she was alive, when she was alive, people didn't give a shit. People didn't give a shit about her. When she was alive, nobody gave a shit about Amy. When Amy was alive, she was just that dirty junkie girl. She was that, oh my god, she has such an ugly body. Oh my god, what's wrong with her teeth? Oh my god, what's wrong with her body? She's anorexic. She's this, she's that. The camera is constantly going click, 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 click. She couldn't leave her house in peace. She couldn't do anything in peace because every single thing she did, she would get a stick, shoved up her. I don't mean it in a disrespectful way because I love her so much. I don't want to say anything bad about her. I just and something else that really, really gets to me is that now that she's dead, half the people that probably never even gave a shit about her are just using the moment and posting on their Twitter accounts and their Facebook accounts about, oh, how they're so heartbroken that she's dead, and like, oh, she was so young and she was this and that. But when she was alive, nobody gave a shit about her. When she was alive, nobody wanted to reach out to her. Nobody wanted to help her. She was desperate for help. Anybody who saw her knew that she was desperate for help. She needed it. Yet they would send her out to do concerts and she was in a bad condition. You could tell that, they were basically embarrassing her. We saw it in Serbia, we saw it in Dubai. She was on stage, she was getting booed off, and you could tell that she's not fit to perform. She's not in a condition to perform. And and when I talk about this, I know that a few people, I watched a few videos on YouTube and I posted a few comments, and people actually told me that, oh, get real, and how can you tell that, people didn't help her? She had to help herself, and, she knew what was coming. Excuse me, but last time I checked, having a drug addiction and actually deciding to stop doing drugs isn't as easy as going to McDonald's and ordering a fucking cheeseburger, okay? It's really, really, really hard. And you need people to reach out to you. No matter how many times it is, you need people, you need people, to constantly reach out to you to every second, every hour, every day, of your life. They need to come out and reach out to you, and they need to remind you and constantly tell you that, you're strong enough to get through this and you'll be able to do it. You'll get through it, you'll be able to do it, you're strong and you're this and that, and you have a beautiful life waiting for you. And you need to talk to them about this because you're filling an emotional void that, or an emotional hole that they don't like, they need to be filled. You can't just, throw a person in rehab and expect them to get better. It doesn't work that way. Because I understand that, if you do drugs and if you abuse drugs, and it's only a amount of time that, something like that is going to happen to you and you're going to die. Like, I understand that we're human, we're not computers, okay? And how much more can the heart take? But at the same time, there was so much more that could be done that wasn't done by people, on people's ends. And we saw this with Gia as well. We saw it with Gia. The only difference between Gia and Amy was that Gia died when she was 26, and Gia died of AIDS. And everybody knows that Gia was a heavy drug addict. Everybody knows that. But it's so saddening that people didn't know her worth when she was alive, and now that she's dead, everyone's suddenly in love with her, and all of that and that. And it just breaks my heart so much. It is so, so sad. And I honestly don't even know what to say about it. And I actually saw a few comments around. People were saying that Pete Doherty's next. Like, are you guys fucking serious? Are you like, we don't have any musicians left. We don't have anybody left, They're like, why? Oh, I don't even know what to say. People are saying that Pete Doherty is next, and Pete better get ready. Like, are you guys serious? What are you saying? Why are you wishing death on people? And anybody who talks shit about Amy should actually, it's really, really easy to sit and talk, but how many of you actually know her? How many of you have actually spoken to her? She went through so many things, and you should try to walk a mile in her shoes and then judge the person she was, because she had her issues, she had her problems and demons and everything. She did not have an easy life. Being a singer, being known, does not mean that you have a great life. There's so many things that she had to fight with. It wasn't easy. And people are just talking and saying things as if she just sat there and said, hey, you know what, I'm gonna shoot myself up and die. No. Before you judge someone, you should just really, really, really think about the things that they went through. And I don't know, I know that I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate messages and all of that for this video, but I don't really care. I'm just doing this on Amy's behalf. Amy, I love you, and rest in peace. And I pray to God, especially I'm especially sending out my prayers to her parents, especially her dad, because I know that her dad really, really loved her a lot. And Amy, I hope you finally find your peace. That's all I can say. And I love you so much. I love you so much. Thank you for everything.